I have, without really realizing it, spent a lifetime thinking about how the way we look influences how others see us. I've used a wheelchair since I was 8 years old. I'm often the only person with a disability I know, or the only person in a wheelchair in a room. I have long been comfortable with that reality, but the knowledge that the baby that I was carrying would have Down syndrome unsettled me in a whole different way, because I knew that the way he looked and that his face would elicit a very strong and probably very judgmental reaction in a lot of people. And that was really difficult to come to terms with. My experience has taught me first and foremost that how we see ourselves is the basis for how others see us. I mean the way we really see ourselves, when we're truthful and honest with ourselves, and in our darkest moments and in our brightest moments too. I think that's when we see our real selves. I found this great definition from someone that said, people with strong self-esteem are often able to recognize their own limitations without judgment attached. And I just think that's a hugely important idea. My own experience has also taught me that inclusion, and not the kind of inclusion that we talk about when we try to mandate it, that when you're included and you are part of the community, you're part of the school, you're part of sports and recreation, you're part of whatever world it is, that if you are truly a part of it and not somewhere over on the side for any reason, you have a much better chance of developing a really healthy self-perception. Last fall, I picked up my daughter, Annabelle, I love you know Annie, she was 14 then, from soccer practice. It was a gorgeous afternoon in Sonoma, and she flopped into the car, and she's all arms and legs and, kind of hyper. She's pulling her cleats off her feet, and she starts telling me how at soccer today they were doing team bonding. And I said, okay, what does that mean? And she said, well, after practice, we all sat in a circle and we got a bunch of candy and, M&Ms and Skittles and all this stuff, and we ate it, and then we told stories and shared something from our lives. So I said, what did you share? She said, I just talked about you and Cooper, real casually, chunking her cleats in the back of the car. And I said, okay. And I was really kind of bracing myself, because I don't think that of our family as having a tragedy, but she might, as she picks up others' perceptions, might perceive it that way. I asked Annabelle, I said, so do your friends talk about me and Cooper? Do they ask you questions? Is it awkward? And she said, Mom, my friends accept you. They love you, and they like Cooper. I think they like him better than I do. And I thought to myself, spoken like a true sibling, and spoken like someone whose perceptions have really been shaped by what I believe is true beauty.